Do you know what this flower really is? Chotu replied, It's a lily, isn't it? The dwarf shook his head. No, this is the princess of the dwarf kingdom. He then told the whole story. Once, the fairy queen Helene had visited the dwarf king. When she saw his beautiful daughter, jealousy filled her heart. She asked to keep the princess for a week, and the king agreed. But Helene imprisoned her, tortured her, and the princess wept until she died. From her grave, a lily bloomed. The flower spoke, saying, Take me to the grave of a mother who cried as much for her son as I did for my life. The princess's nurse uprooted the flower and brought it to Queen Suhani's grave. Now, Helene wanted to steal it back. After telling the story, the dwarf vanished. Chotu was deep in thought when he suddenly heard a soft rustle in the air. 12 fairies appeared, wearing silver dresses and golden wings. They circled around Chotu, singing and dancing, trying to make him dizzy and fall asleep. But Chotu was clever. He quickly woke up the old woman. Grandma, the fairies are here to steal the flower. The old woman grabbed her stick and began to strike at them. The fairies screamed and fled back to Helene, crying that they had failed. Helene was furious. Her face turned red with rage. She saddled her 7-legged, fire-breathing horse, gathered black clouds, and flew into the night. Just then, the lily trembled, and from within it stepped out a tiny princess, brighter than the sun, softer than the moon. Chotu, she said, Helene is coming. If only I had my butterfly chariot, we could escape. In that instant, 6 colorful butterflies appeared, pulling a pearl chariot. Will you come with me? The princess asked. Chotu smiled. Wherever you go, I'll come. They both climbed into the chariot, and the butterflies soared upward, above the clouds among the stars. Look back, the princess said. Chotu turned and saw Helene's fiery horse racing toward them, flames bursting from its mouth. Fly faster, shouted Chotu. The butterflies flew beyond the sun, moon, and stars, where Helene's magic had no power. Her horse stopped, and though she screamed, she could do nothing. The chariot reached the dwarf kingdom. Tiny castles, colorful flowers, and happiness everywhere. The dwarf king embraced his daughter, tears in his eyes. You have saved my child, he said. Now you shall be my son-in-law, my heir. Their wedding was celebrated for 7 days and 7 nights. The dwarfs danced, and the fairies sang. The lily turned back into the princess. Chotutam became king, and together they had 10 or 12 children, and they all lived happily ever after.